Welcome to XISS. From an extension center of St. Xavier's College, Ranchi, to becoming one of India's most reputed educational institutions, the journey of XISS has all along been remarkable. Education at XISS means sensitizing the students with the appropriate values, attitudes, and critical thinking tools that set them apart as professionals with a difference. XISS has a well-stocked library containing over 45,000 volumes of books, journals, encyclopedias and magazines. It has a subscription to more than 150 periodicals and journals. XISS has a luxurious air-conditioned auditorium equipped with a seating capacity of 300 people. It is extensively used for hosting national seminars and cultural events. It has a latest lighting and sound system to organize events with utmost convenience. XISS has a well-equipped cafeteria which caters to the needs and tastes of the students from diverse backgrounds. The institute has its own playground and basketball court which the students use to let off the strain of a very demanding student life at XISS. We are the students of the Department of Rural Management, where we are transformed into change agents and facilitators in the process of development. The transformation involves inculcating the value of people's participation in development process, equipping the students with the required knowledge, skills and self-confidence which enables us to be effective and competent in our solemn task, and infusing the professional knowledge and skill among the students for successful planning, implementing and managing of developmental programs. We have a well-designed syllabus distributed in 6 trimesters over the period of 2 years. The subjects we study are in a very balanced combination of theoretical and practical approach to the contemporary development sector of the rural and urban India. Rural Camp is the best part of this 2-year course, which gives a platform to get acquainted with the rural India. It is an occasion divided into 4 parts of 10 days each, which are intended to make the students survey the village through the traditional and modern means, identify areas which need attention, and prepare a project to address them. All of this is done in a participatory manner, where the stick is handed over to the villagers. Rural Camp has a definite purpose, and the outcome of this field activity is not only an in-depth understanding of the interaction between different social groups, but also an action plan either for initiating a concrete project or for monitoring development action. Primary skills learned in these camps are conducting sample surveys, PRA exercises, and FGDs. We also develop a village development plan of the village based on the issues and resources identified. The power of theoretical knowledge is at its utmost when supplemented with practical experience. In order to remain updated with the working pattern of various development organizations, students are taken on a 1- and 2-day visit twice during the first trimester. It aims at explaining the students about execution mechanism being followed by institutions so that the students understand the nitty-gritty of professionalism. It involves getting acquainted with the new technologies in agriculture development and understanding the know-how of the NGOs and other development organizations and how do they function in the field. UFE, an acronym for Urban Field Exposure, which is an integral part of RM course. It is designed to observe the problems of urban poor. It requires the first-year students to visit slum pockets thrice in a week. The activities done during UFE includes teaching poor kids in Balwadi and executing some issue-based study to learn about the urban slums through empirical data. Agriculture exposure helps in understanding agriculture with the management perspective. Students go to the Agriculture Training Center to gain knowledge regarding the production and management of various crops. In livestock management exposure, rearing and production of various types of livestock, dairy farm and plant visit maximize the practical knowledge of livelihood promotion. Academics is not all that we take pride in. Panache, our annual fest, symbolizes the true spirit of XISS, where a kaleidoscope of diverse talents is displayed in an atmosphere of healthy competition. It visions complementation of academic study with that of exposure to rural India and breeds networking in the world of art and media. The relationship XISS and its students share does not end with the completion of course, rather remains as a lifetime bond. Reminiscenza is a biennial event wherein the alumni is invited for a 2-day-long celebration. This gathering is both formal and informal simultaneously because it lets the current batch interact with their future and at the same time allows the alumni to revisit their beautiful past. XISS initiated international exposure from year 2014. 2 students from rural management were sent to Belgium to attend HR for Development 2014, an international training program on human rights for development. This exposure was a part of a student exchange program between XISS and the University of Antwerp. This training program was organized with the cooperation of University of Ghent, University of Antwerp, KU Leuven and Free University of Brussels with the financial support of Valeru and UNESCO. Campus placement at XISS commenced from 18th November and finished on 6th December 2014 in the first phase. The second phase commences from 6th January 2015. Renowned NGOs, CSR and government development organizations come every year for the recruitment.
We are the professionals with the difference.
We are the batch of 2013-15 of the Department of Rural Management, and we are proud to be rural.